Hello guys, today talk about the Avengers versus 4. So the Avengers, we're using MCU Avengers, not the comic book versions. Okay, I like to use the MCU Avengers for some reason because they are significantly weaker because they don't because they have to because it costs way less. Again, all the Universal threats have not really. Again, Thanos appeared, but you know there aren't really many. No, none of the Avengers are really you know that strong. That's what I'm just saying. Saiyan Saga Vegeta, because if you have Kun Goku, it would just be able to start a one giant victory. So it's using all of the Avengers, all the feats, all the hacks, all their abilities, teamwork. Basically here as well, because they're gonna need to have to They're gonna need to have to do teamwork to beat Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga. Because this is Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga. We'll not be using any other versions of Vegeta, like anything past the Saiyan Saga, basically here. So Vegeta from the we'll talk about the events, some of the Avengers first. Yeah, all the father Avengers, okay, Black Widow, Black Panther, Iron Man, Captain America, all of the weaker Avengers would lose. No question. All of the weaker Avengers would lose, no question. You have Black Widow, who is just wall level, okay? Not wall, no, not wall level, basically like room level, building level at best, okay? You have Black Panther, who's like, he's like, city level? Iron Man as well. Okay, they're not that strong. The Avengers are not that strong, you know. Yeah, and the problem with some of the all the weak Avengers are already out because sorry Spider-Man fans. Okay, Tom Holland would not defeat Vegeta. Okay, same thing with Iron Man. Iron Man would not beat Vegeta. Okay, Captain America won't beat Vegeta. Okay, they none of them will beat. None of the weaker Avengers would beat Vegeta. Okay, people will be like, oh my god, but then we're gonna get over MCU 4 and all the misconceptions people have about MCU 4. Okay, all the people who are saying MCU 4 would win, okay, would Dustin World would Solo would be able to beat Super Saiyan Goku. Okay, where it says on Versus Battle Wiki, we're gonna go over on this is on Versus Battle Wiki. Okay, four highest at best with Stormbreaker is island level. Okay? Island level. So 4 at its very best is island level. And you're telling me that he is. You have these people online say, oh yeah, MCU 4 is freaking, 4 with, Stormbreaker is, large planet level plus. Okay? Without any arguments at all. Okay, without any argument at all, 4 is large planetary level plus. Okay, and some people don't like versus battle wiki. And of course, now I'll be doing Vegeta, versus battle wiki. And this is the Saiyan Saga Vegeta. Okay. So this is Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Yeah. So in the Battle of Nappa, Vegeta is stronger than Nappa and superior to Goku Kaioken Part 2. And he was stated to turn the earth into ashes and match Goku's Kamehameha. So if you ever watched Dragon Ball Z, you would know this already. Okay? That Vegeta in the Saiyan Saga is planet level. Okay? How the hell is an Island level 4 gonna beat Vegeta? Okay, how the hell is Island level 4? But again, this is the entire Avengers. Okay, 4 is not the only member of the Avengers. People have to realize that. Okay, 4 is not the only member. We're gonna go over the other strongest Avengers as well. Okay, Captain Marvel, C may be able to help, but C would probably lose as well. Okay, that's saying the truth here. I know Brie Washington will I know Brie Washington will probably trying to find an argument that Captain Marvel could beat, you know, Vegeta from Saiyan Saga. Probably pull some bull crap. You know, out of the bull crappery, but Captain Marvel's also freaking Iron Level too. Okay, you know, like with Stormbreaker, they're both Iron Level. Hulk, he's not even Iron Level. Hulk is not even Iron Level. And Hulk, Vegeta would be able to beat Hulk easily. Okay, Hulk would be an easy opponent because when he gets angry, Vegeta won't even need to use Ozaru against the Avengers. If you want to know how big of a stomp it is, here, yeah, Captain Marvel's going to be able to go massively faster than light in space. But Vegeta is able to do that. Vegeta is able to go massively faster than light, plus in his third Senkai. Okay, and this is without Super Saiyan. This is without Super Saiyan at all. Okay, yeah, but Captain Marvel is at least massively hypersonic, just like 4. And Vegeta would have blitzed them both. Doctor Strange, his magic would be able to put Vegeta in some illusions or something. But he would probably still lose because Doctor Strange is at most would still be Iron Level. Okay. And Doctor Strange didn't really beat Dormammu. He just put him in a trap. An illusion. He didn't really fight Dormammu in the MCU. Okay. He didn't really fight Dormammu. He just put him in a time loop until he went away. Okay. But Doctor Strange's magic has been known to ignore the ability. Okay. He would probably hold the best against Vegeta with all of its hacks, with all of its magic. Here. His magic is able to ignore their ability, but at the end, Vegeta would probably still beat Doctor Strange. Okay? The same thing would apply to Scarlet Witch, who's even weaker. Okay? Because Vegeta would just be able to teleport behind her and beat her. Okay? And their ability. Yeah, but Vegeta does just like one punch Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange is beaten. Like, easily. Okay? Easily. Okay? And the last Avenger we'll be talking about that will be actually relevant to this battle, okay, would be Scarlet Witch. That would be the last Avenger that would be relevant to this battle. Though, and of course, Vegeta would still win. Because the MCU... Because the MCU isn't really that strong of a force. It is the highest grossing movie franchise, but it isn't really that strong. Because there hasn't really been many that amazing feats. Because again, you have to really... I think if when the Eternals come out, we can compare them. Here. But Scarlet Witch would still lose. Okay. Scarlet Witch would still lose. The MCU Scarlet Witch. Okay. Quicksilver would lose, of course. He lost to freaking Ultron. Okay. And Scarlet Witch is still Island Level. Okay. With her magic. Island Level. She was able to defeat, able to restrain, could have beaten Thanos, but the thing with Doctor Strange and WandaVision is that without the magic, they're incredibly weak durability. Okay, especially Doctor Strange. Okay, but physically, both of them are without any shield, Scarlet Witch would be doomed. And yeah, all the Avengers are island level. I don't, which is definitely far lower than planet level. Okay, they're not even the event. None of the Avengers are even country level. All of the Avengers combined would be country level, where there's nowhere near Vegeta's planet level feat. Okay, planet level, which he, it's nowhere near faster than light. Which all the Avengers are massively hypersonic, the strongest ones. So none of the strongest Avengers would defeat Vegeta from the Saiyan saga. None of them. Okay, none of them would beat Vegeta from the Saiyan saga. Okay, and the Avengers are supposed to be the Avengers are the strong. I guess Nick Fury all he needed for is to call Goku and Vegeta, and he would have soloed the MCU. The Vegeta from the Saiyan saga would solo the MCU. Okay, okay, probably not the MCU, but would defeat the Avengers quite quickly. Okay, so if you're using the MCU Avengers, this is actually pretty accurate. Then it's pretty accurate because the MCU is basically farther than Dragon Ball. Well, and Goku and if you include Dragon Ball Super, this is like the biggest stomp. This is like one of the biggest stomps ever. Okay, because Goku and Vegeta would just like, okay, you know what? Let's just beat up Thanos. Even if he had all 5 Infinity Stones, okay, let's just beat up the Avengers because there's a bunch of weaklings, okay? That's what that basically would happen. So there we go, that's the next Avengers battle. So the Avengers have actually lost twice, 3 times to Naruto, twice to Naruto. So this is why I'm not really expecting much because, again, they would lose. The Avengers at the end of the Avengers would probably lose to Pain, and the Akatsuki at Wards, and they wouldn't be able to beat Saiyan Saga Vegeta because they're all island level, all freaking island level, and that's basically it. Goodbye.